Hi, and welcome to Council Recap, where we take the content of City Council meetings and give you the breakdown. I'm Laura McKay. Let's get started. There were two presentations on the docket this week. First, members of a variety of city neighborhood associations joined the meeting to give an update on their plans for the new events and gatherings that will be getting up and running since the reopening of the state due to COVID-19. Next, Captain Lane from the Hawthorne Police Department gave an update on the department's medical services programs from the past 3 months. He highlighted some of the department's achievements, like the number of lives they've saved, officers and civilians trained in CPR, first aid, and stop the bleed procedures. There's just one resolution on the list this week. It's Resolution 8267, proclaiming the month of April as Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Hawthorne joins the rest of the nation in its observance on an issue that in just 2019 alone affected nearly 410,000 women and 53,000 men in the U.S. It also makes April 28th Denim Day, so don't forget to wear your jeans. Next, we're heading to the ordinance portion of the meeting. Ordinance 2210 had its first reading. It seeks to update purchasing procedures to set limits to the amount of specific purchase authorizations by the city. Now, this is all to help better supervise expenses in all city departments and act as a purchasing agent for all supplies and goods. For Ordinance 2213, Council voted yes to revising the qualifications for those being considered for the Civil Service Commission position. Some of the disqualifying criteria include former employees of the city or former elected city officials, any person in law enforcement for the past 10 years, or any person who has been convicted of bribery, perjury, or crimes similar to that magnitude. Ordinance 2218 had its first reading this week. It seeks to limit financial contributions to $100,000 to campaigns for municipal or city office. Lastly, Ordinance 2219 also had its first reading, adding a special type of license requirement for vendors interested in participating in the farmers market. It states a farmers market cannot include items unrelated to agriculture and foods. Now that means nothing like arts and crafts, clothing, or antiques. Furthermore, there will be a farmers market operator in charge of bringing in vendors and live entertainment. That operator must obtain a community events permit from the city. In the general matters part of the meeting, there was an update on the fiscal budget for year 2021 to 2022. Now, the staff is recommending Council to set aside 3 hours or more in the month of May to review all the changes and updates to that budget. Now, Council would also like to limit city employee involvement in political activities, such as campaigns for city elections. In short, this will prohibit solicitations, political activity on local agency premises, and any political activity in uniform. Lastly, there was an update to the American Rescue Plan Act, which provides additional relief for residents from the impact of COVID-19. Under this national bill, the city of Hawthorne is slated to receive nearly $33 million in extra relief funds. Now, the full final amount will be determined in the coming weeks. On the city manager consent calendar, a change of purchase order was approved to Tyler Technologies Incorporated. This will provide additional training and modules for recruiting and applicant tracking. This will also enhance city services provided by Finance and Human Resources Department. A memorandum of understanding was issued between the City of Hawthorne and the University of West Los Angeles for a partnership to promote education opportunities for city staff. The university will provide a discount in tuition to employees that are accepted into the program. Also, there's an agreement between the City of Hawthorne and Environmental Systems Research Institute Incorporated for geographical information systems and also an approval of a purchase order. Now, this will help to implement the virtual City Hall project, which will enable the city to conduct permitting, licensing, and service requests electronically. Council also approved a grant from the Metropolitan Transportation Authority to design street improvements for the Northeast Hawthorne Mobility Improvement Project. The project is meant to enhance pedestrian safety by installing flashing beacons and new traffic signal installations. Finally, Council approved the Commission meeting minutes from the February 2021 meetings. Well, that's all from this week's meeting. Thank you so much for joining us for Council Recap. Remember, you can watch the City Council meetings in their entirety by going to www.youtube.com and searching for Hawthorne Community Television. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.